Hey there everyone, my name is Marcus and in this video I'm going to be going over Copilot for Power Apps and a few examples of what you can do with it.
Here we go!
So to get started with Copilot for Power Apps, make sure to, of course, first visit the Maker Studio, which you can find here in the menu. Just click on Power Apps and you will arrive at the Maker Studio. And if you don't have Copilot activated, you can easily activate it here in the Admin Center. Go to Environment, select your environment, Settings, Product, Features, Copilot on. Now keep in mind, Copilot is still in preview mode, as you can see here, and it's still only available for US users, or more specifically, US-based environments. So if your environment is, of the region Europe, it's not going to be available for you. But luckily, we can create the environments for free in Microsoft 365. So you can just create a new environment, a new Power Platform environment, make sure that the region is US, and it will be available for you. Now to demonstrate how this works, we can start off here by writing a description of what we want. And here it has a couple of suggestions for us. So I'm going to give it a suggestion here. I would like to create an app to track sales, or rather to track leads for sales. And what you will notice now is that we cannot control the design of the app itself. When I say design, I mean how the app looks like, but we can control the data source. So it has the same feeling kind of as a model-driven app where you're working with a database and then the app will be based on it. You can, of course, modify the app later when it's created. You can do whatever you want with it, but you start off with the logic's going to come from the data source, which is what we're going to be modifying here. So as you can see here, it created a table for us, leads for sales. This is a Dataverse table, by the way, not a SharePoint list. It has an ID, name, company, phone, and email. So I could do something like add another column for tracking lead strength. And then I'm going to tell it that it's going to be an option column or a choice. And the values are going to be randomized. And as you can see here, the leads for sales table has been updated. We scroll to the right and we can see lead strength, high, medium, low. Now you can tell it to do stuff also, like for example, remove status, the status column. I don't want that. See, we're looking at this column. And the table has been updated. And as you can see, the status column is gone. And so you can see here what it can do in this phase, at least, of Copilot, is that you're going to work with the data. You're not going to work with the design. So you can tell it to remove stuff, to add stuff, and so on. And here are some suggestions as well of what it can do. So we're going to go ahead and create the app. And while it's doing that, I'm going to show you something as well. We're going to go ahead and create another app using Copilot, just so that you can see how it's the same design every time. So we're going to take Manage Inspections, one of these suggestions here. It's going to build it for us. Here we have it. And then we're going to click on Create App. Let's see, our first app here is done. And this is how it looks like. You have a sort of a gallery here. You have a new button. You have search and you have edit. So you kind of have the CRUD, create, read, update, delete functionalities in place already. So if you go ahead and play the app, you can go in on company XYZ. You can update the data, call it Marcus Company, like this, drop down column. And as you can see, it's updated and we can delete it completely, even get a window here for confirmation. And if we want to add a new record also, you can see here. IDs 1, 2, 3. So you can see that the base functionalities sort of are there. And also one more thing, and that is the app is by default responsive. So if you go back here, you can see that it actually puts it in containers and does it very well. So when we play the app, you can see that when we put it on the phone, say iPhone 11, it's going to look good. On an iPad, it's going to look good, which is great. And so we go back to the other app. And as you can see here, the inspections app that we created, it looks exactly the same as our first app. So you have the new button, you have the search functionality, the update and the delete. And this is really what Copilot provides at this point. A template that you can modify where it's just kind of the data source that you can modify, but you will get all the base CRUD functionality. Now, if we try something new with Copilot, let's say I would like it to create an app for me which has the camera. Yes, it's going to include the camera. Create an app that can take pictures using the phone camera. So it's going to say that it's working on it. Okay, images, source, and then I'm gonna make sure to double check. Make sure it uses the camera media component for taking pictures. So you can see here, it says, please describe your app to collect, list, track, or display information. So currently it's really limited just to that, just to viewing information and working with information, not really adding other components. Now, of course, if we want to add that component to our app, we can do that, right? So we can just go in here, we can insert it. So we'll be here and then we will be adding the functionality to actually use it. So if you think about it, currently Copilot is just a tool that helps you edit a Dataverse table for your app. And by the way, it forces you to use a Dataverse table and does not give you an option to use SharePoint, for example. So do I think that it's worth it to get a Copilot license for $30 per user per month just for Power Apps? No. And I also think that there is currently a better alternative for users to get started with app building than Copilot, and that is templates. Templates can easily be found in the Maker Studio's Create section. Down here, you'll be able to find a multitude of templates that you can use as your starting point when building an app. And I do believe that starting from a template will save you a lot more time than starting with Copilot, since all Copilot can do is edit the Dataverse table, which is something that you can easily do and you can do quickly. All of these templates have tons of other more complex features that would save you many hours if you were to use them instead of having to build them from zero. So navigate here and check out the templates that exist in the Power Apps Maker Studio and see which one you can use. And that will be it for this video. I really hope you found it helpful. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like these. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.